everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist and welcome. This is my Flosstube number 200 and something. 10 I think, but I don't remember. It's past the middle of March. I don't know how the year is going by so quickly. And I have mostly cross-stitch to talk about, although I did do some knitting. Oh, Rogue is right here. You can see her ear, but she didn't want to stand up. Come here. Say hi. Say hi. Oh. So, but I do have actually some haul that I will talk about later. So, I'm just going to do my knitting first because it's very little. So since I was staying with that gentleman last week, I didn't even look at my sewing machine because I wasn't here. And I got back late Thursday, but I've just been trying to catch up with stuff here. So anyway, so I was able to do, it was easier for me to do knitting, mostly because, I mean, I could cross stitch. The light was fine. I had a nice couch, a nice table to, stuff, but it wasn't my stitchy spot. So it was kind of weird, it's like, I can't get comfortable. But I did do some. And then of course I did more when I got home. Anyway, this is how far I've gotten on the knitting. Now you can tell that this portion of lacing is very different from this portion because these two I've done correctly. But I forgot to switch to the smaller needles when I started this section, so it's a little wider than the last section, but that's okay. And I have 2 more rows. They're just straight stockinette rows, and then I switch to the next color in the next section. I'm kind of excited about that. I've been on Clue 2 for well over a year. So that means I'm making some progress on that. I probably won't finish for another year. I mean, doing a row or 2 a week, but just keep plugging away. And that's the way it is for cross stitch too, even when we're doing whip go, you just do what you can do during that time and, move on. There's some things that I just keep plugging away at until they're done. And others that I just let go until the next time they're on whip go. So in the vein of plugging away at things, I showed you last week my finish on the Erica Michaels BrrBerry. I finished this one. I started this one. It's a very little start. And I decided to use Etoile again. And I kept making mistakes. So I'm going to have to, I have some more of the Etoile left, enough to do more stitches and stuff. But I may have to just finish this off and start with a new one because it kind of disintegrates if you mess with it too much. Hobby Lobby, Joann's got rid of Etoile quite some time ago, and Hobby Lobby has all of theirs marked on clearance. DNC hasn't stopped selling Etoile, but I think it's just not a big seller. But I think it's great for things like this to just make a snowflake look a little bit more sparkly. Actually, this doesn't look sparkly at all. The sparkle stuff just isn't showing up. I don't want to start again, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I want to do this doesn't have as much snowflakes as other things. It says on it, warm and woolly winter. And it's got the middle snowflake that you saw me do on that thing, and then it's got the two little swirls on each side, and then some snowflakes around the outside. So not as many snowflakes as some of the things. But I plan to do the snowflakes in toile, and then the snowflakes here in toile. Oh, that's not really a snowflake, but and then the I'll use white for the sheep. And the sheep are not, they're not black. Exactly. That's enough. There's nobody out there. Their horns and stuff are black, but this middle one right here, his tail is purple. Anyway, I started it. I'm kind of sad that I got so far behind that you know, the sale is basically over, but I want to get all three done. Now, I do have the Nativity Berry done, so that's a third one in the winter category. But for me, I want to have 3 Christmas berries. I don't know. Anyway, I'll end up having 6 berries that are also winter or Christmas or whatever. The Nativity Berry is Christmas, and then I have a St. Nick's Berry, which I haven't started yet, which is Christmas, of course. And I'm working on that Snowman Berry, which is technically winter. But, so that's my tiny little start on, and I tried to work on it last night. I didn't get anywhere. It's my tiny little start on the winter berries, the last one. I make project bags. You would think I had to have my own nice project bags, and I just have these plastic ones because the ones I make, I don't make for myself. Okay, so speaking of the Snowman Berry, I did do some work on that. This is also Erica Michaels. Now, the fabric that I was using for the winter berry, that is there's a quail in my yard. I love quail. They're so cute with their little feather up on their head. And there are quite a few quail that live in our neighborhood. And so you constantly see little baby quail. They look like little bowling balls with feet. They're so cute. Oh, he got behind the tree. Anyway, I used 32 count Murano Corée in blue color. I was picking those up from Hobby Lobby. I don't think they sell the colors anymore. I think they're going to continue with the ice color, but that kind of makes me sad because I really liked the colors. That red and the mustard color, and it was like, what was it called? Rust and mustard. And Spa, I think, is the name of the blue one. And I haven't seen the pink polka dot one in ages. And that kind of makes me sad. I'll talk some more about some of their clearance on cross-stitch stuff. So I did some more work on BrrBerry by Erica Michaels, and I'm doing this on 32 count Belfast linen in the color Blue Ice, I believe. And you can't see his teeth, but the spots for his teeth are in there. So I've got a little further down on his chin, and this right here is where the scarf starts. So I'm basically right here. So I have a couple more rows down here before I completely hit this scarf. And then the white goes to the very tip of the berry. But I'm going to have to cut this up because I've decided to use this fabric, and I don't know how much I'm going to have on this end, but I was like way too far in for the berry, so I don't know if I'll have enough on this side to use for anything. But I've decided to use this color for the Twin Peak Primitives, those little Easter things. And I wanted to start them when I was over at the other person's house. And I was like, I can't start it on this huge thing. And then I was like, I don't think I have all the threads. I'm gonna have to kit it up better, other than just printing out the thing, seeing if I can get that out so I can show you what I'm talking about. You probably have seen me and know what I'm talking about, but now it says that they're on Blue Ice Ada, I think, that they've done these on. And I'm going to use the linen because I already have it. And I wanted to start with I believe it's this one right here, which is the first one in the file. But they sent the file two ways. They sent the file in a PDF, and then they also sent a JPEG of each one. And the JPEG is a color version, and the PDF has a black and white version. And they did send, but it didn't come through of that one. And the pages for the pattern, sorry, not very, I can't separate the two pages. The one I wanted to start, the pattern was so light that I was like, I don't think I can see that. So I wanted the JPEG file. And I can't get these into Pattern Keeper. They won't go into Pattern Keeper, and I don't know why. I mean, I can do it by the printed one, but they're very, 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 it's very light. I'm not going to show you the pattern. I'm just going to show you it's very light. So I kind of wanted it in Pattern Keeper, but Pattern Keeper, I can put it in Pattern Keeper, but I can put it in Pattern Keeper, but it won't, oh my goodness. It doesn't recognize the colors. So it won't let you just like highlight a color and work on it. And the icons are even, I'm making a lot of noise, and I apologize. The icons are even lighter. So I wouldn't be able to highlight the color. And it's hard for me to see the color, but also on the PDF in Pattern Keeper, that pattern goes this way. But in Pattern Keeper, it's this way. And I can't switch it. So I do own, I don't own, I basically rent Adobe Acrobat Pro, and I might be able to go in there and separate each design so that I can take them individually into Pattern Keeper and rotate that pattern. I might try to do that so that even if I can't highlight the color, that perhaps I can see it the right way. You know, and if you can't highlight the color, you can't check your progress, you know, where you are, but at least I'd be able to see the pattern, I think. So I'm thinking about texting Twin Peak Primitives. I wanted to give them a chance to get back from market because I bought this pattern right before market. And, you know, if I, excuse me. Mic was even attached before, so I apologize if you couldn't hear me before. But if you text them in Etsy, because I bought the pattern through Etsy, if you message them and they don't respond in a timely fashion, Etsy dings you. I'm like, I know that they're out of town, right? But I just thought I'd just wait until I'm actually ready to start it and contact them. So maybe I can get that JPEG image, and that might be the solution for me, you know, so I can put that JPEG image up in my tablet and just work on it like that, because I'd have the colors there. So we'll see. So I also, my last WIPGO challenge for February was to finish The Sewing Bee by Eric Michaels. It's this one right here. I've already done this. I want to finish this, and then this thing will be done. And I did some more work on that. So I finished this blue flower here, and so this side is completely done. And there's another little blue flower here, and it's going sideways. And then there's a big flower here, which it was supposed to be this color, but since I put this color here instead of the correct color, I'm going to make it red. And none of what I'm talking about shows up on the picture. You can see the very side of that big flower. And then right here you can see just the edges of the sideways flower. But I did get some work done on that. So I'm kind of just plugging away at that, trying to get it done. Trying not to get these mixed up because then they're not with the threads. So, okay. So this month's WIPGO challenge, I was to do 10 days on Black Cat, which the original file looked like this. Well, in black. The original file looked like this, and they flipped the pattern for me. This is by Crossstitching For Fun, and I'm doing it on 14 count Mystery Ada. And last week. I don't know if I told you, but I got up here to this point right here and realized I was too close to the tail, and I had been watching because I knew I had made a mistake, up and down type of mistake, and I wanted to make sure that they were coming out the same height. So I was watching this side, and this section right here, I see how it curves this way. Well, the first time I went through here, I did this one that way, and then I, did this, and so it made it too far this way. And I didn't realize until I was already up here. So I had to take all of that out, and now the little feet and the tips are not dark brown like that, but it's okay. The thread just disintegrated, so I'll just live with it the way it is. And I got a little further up than I did the last time, so, but I finished the goal of working on this for 10 days, so far I've only missed one whip goal. And then my second whip go challenge for what month are we in? March. Was this. This is me, Maria Bravco, Cute Patterns by Maria. This is a free pattern that I got from, I think, her Facebook page. I follow her on Instagram, and when she has a free pattern, she pops it up there, and I go and get it if I like it. So, but anyway, it's a free pattern, and I started this at some point last year. It's not a very big pattern, so my goal is to finish it before the end of the month. I'm behind. I didn't work on it at all yesterday. I don't know, I was too tired to work on anything. So all of this part in here I filled in. And this is a blended thread, 2 different colors. And I was coming down this way, and then I have to go up this way, and I have 3 stitches right there of that color. And then I realized I had more over here, so I went ahead and got 2 more of those threads. And then I was taking it out or something, and I broke the thread. It's like, drat. Because I just go down these 2, and then there's a big section that comes this way. And I thought, well, I can put in. So what I might do is put in these 2, cut it, and then put in whatever's left over here, cut it, and then start on this section here. It looks kind of strange because I haven't finished around the other eye, and I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. But I think that this color here that I'm working on is not around this eye. I may be mistaken. The colors are very close. So, and this pattern does use a lot of blended threads. And I didn't have one of the colors that's in this. Technically I have it, but I couldn't find it. But I found the one that was one color off, and I looked at the color, thing, and I thought, it's close enough. So it may be just slightly darker. I don't know. I haven't done the other ear either. I think the other side is lighter, because this is the other arm right here. This is the arm. So I think that's why I haven't done that other one. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll finish this or not, get the goal done or not. Hopefully I'll do more work on that today. I haven't done. Yesterday I didn't stitch at all. I did a little bit of knitting, and I was going to start my stitching, and I was just like, I'm too tired. I'm just going to make more mistakes. I've been making so many mistakes lately. It's very disheartening. But I think it's because I do stitch so late at night, so I'm going to try to go to bed earlier and maybe get some actual sleep. We'll see. Alright, and my last cross stitch for today is my temperature chart, which is Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts, and I told myself I was just gonna make sure I did some of this side each time so that when the year ends that I would have all of this part done. So, but I am enjoying looking back and seeing what kind of weather. As I mentioned last week, the weather's been nice, but I spoke too soon because then it poured. So we had a really warm day. I think that was Tuesday, and then Wednesday, it was pouring and cold. And so you'll see that in here. And it went back to warmish. So, see these yellow days. We have yellow now. And then we're back to a blue color. So, I think that somewhere I want to put like a key of what temperatures each color represents. I don't know. There's nowhere really to put it. I could put it in the place where it says, you know, my year in temperature, and then, you know, where she is, Grand Canyon. I could put it in there, but maybe it's just kind of like, doesn't really matter, right? I don't know. So, because I don't want to get rid of the flowers. I don't want to put it down here. It'd be kind of ugly in here. I don't know. I don't even know if it would fit. But it would be kind of, because I'm not going to do this again. I was just wanting to do a temperature chart, and I did adjust the temperatures so that during the summer it wouldn't just all be, you know, red. So there's that. Now, I had read a post by somebody that they were talking about how their Hobby Lobby was getting rid of all of their cross-stitch stuff. And I was like, really? Our store seems to have been getting a lot more. And I looked on their website, and you know, they didn't have the Murano Correa except in ice. So I think maybe they're just getting rid of some of the things that don't sell. You know, for businesses, having money sitting on the shelf is not what you want. You want things that are good, people are going to purchase. But I really liked those things. But I'm just going to have to find a different source of them. I just liked being able to just go somewhere nearby and get it that day. That's okay. So, but what I did find, oh, doggy, I'm so sorry. They had recently started stocking long pieces of Ada. And this first one, I'm going to show you, this white one, is a 29 by 36 inch 18 count Ada. So that's smaller than what I'm doing the berries in. But this originally, I don't remember what originally it was, but I got it for $3.24 on clearance. And then this 16 count Ada in ivory, 29.5 by 36, was originally $14.99, and I paid $2.99 for it. So I was like, I gotta get it, you know. Now the 16 count Ada, that's the same size as my berry, so I can use that as 32 count, you know. So I can use that, and I can just cut it and dye it whatever color I want. I don't mind dyeing fabric. I like dyeing fabric, but you know, it's also fun to just go and look on the shelf and find something that you like, right? And the attic is still nearby. It's just, well, okay, nearby is kind of an exaggeration. Those of you who don't live in Phoenix, Phoenix is Greater Phoenix, okay? I live actually in Phoenix, but I don't. And I guess you could call it a suburb. I live in Ahwatukee, which is south of a mountain that's in Phoenix. But if you picture Phoenix, you know, going like this, then on one side, you know, the western side is Glendale and a couple of other cities on this side, on the west side, and on the east side is Scottsdale and Mesa and Chandler, Tempe is kind of in there. Those are all their own cities. This is the Greater Phoenix area. For instance, we had the Super Bowl here recently, and that was in Glendale, not in Phoenix. It was in Glendale. So, as I said, I live in Phoenix, below the mountain. Well, a mountain, South Mountain. And the attic is in Mesa. So, I have to pass through Tempe and onto a different freeway and go up over there. And so it's not close, but it's not a different, yes, it is a different city, but it's not like super duper far. and so I can go, but lately since COVID, it's only been open on Friday and Saturday. And I think that model has been working for them. So I haven't heard any whisperings of them, you know, opening other days, and they will let you make an appointment to go another day if you want. But you know, so it's not like I can just say on a Sunday, oh, I'd like to go to the attic tomorrow and pick up this XYZ, and I can't, you know. I can go on Friday, but you know. So also the attic is where I pick up my overdyed threads, my specialty threads, and I always get my DMC and stuff like that from Hobby Lobby or Joann. Now, Joann stopped selling Etoile ages ago, and Hobby Lobby put it on clearance. But I did pick up, this is so I can kit up my those Easter Smalls by Twin Peak Primitives, and I should tell you what the name of that pattern is because I don't know it. Well, this was the title page and it doesn't say. I think it's Easter Book. This doesn't say Twin Peak Primitives on it either, but it is. Anyway, so I got the thread so that I can finish kitting that up. And in looking in the cross stitch area, I saw this. And this is a tiny little iron, and this will really help me because ironing the berries after I sew them to iron the seam closed open, is hard because you can't get the iron in there. The iron's too big, so I have to finger press it down below. And I was like, look, it's tiny. I could get it in there. So I got this. It was $30. I got it for $6.24 on clearance. And then, unfortunately, as I was walking out, I found some fabric. Not unfortunately necessarily, but I haven't wanted to sew bags in a while, so that's good. I haven't been adding to the Etsy side at all. But I found this Easter gnomes. Easter. Look at the little carrot lights. And then I'm going to pair that with these giant Easter eggs. I think the colors look cute together. And then I found these bunnies have glasses, and I just think that's so fun. But I didn't find a fabric I'd like to go with it, so I'm going to have to look in my fabrics and see if I have something that'll work to go with it. I like the bag pattern as I've had it. But I lost the pattern, so I've been having to make it more or less from memory. And I didn't lose it. I'm sure it's somewhere in my stuff. If I were organized, that would be different. But I think I'm going to have to go through all that and just really organize my sewing stuff and put personal sewing fabrics one area, scraps another area, and the stuff I have to make bags. And my bags are long. They're 15 inches, but I think 15 inches. I have to go measure. 15 inches this way by 11 and a half, 12 this way, 12 I think. And I was thinking about, and with a handle, and I was thinking about making them the other way. So flat instead of long, making them this way. I don't know. I'd have to draw another pattern and see what I think. I don't really see any problem with that. I do like putting in a zipper. That might call for a longer zipper. I'm not sure. And I do like the long one. So, I don't know. And the bags that I've been making with vinyl, I don't make as many of those, and I want to try to decide if that's what I want to do and make a lot of them that way, make both kinds, you know, so I have some decisions to make on that. But I think that's everything I have for you today. Wow, this is much longer than last week. And you can tell the sun is coming up. It's right overhead now. So I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you next week.